Welcome once again to another video demonstration. So today I'm going to show you three keyword research methods I have learned from the Amazon Seller virtual masterclass I have just completed. So these three methods will include getting a strong keyword list from first the review section of a particular ASIN or a particular product listing, and the other two methods are called basic and advanced. So as we go through the videos, we will see why one is basic, why one is advanced. Okay. So having a strong keyword list is very helpful so that you can draw in traffic from a strong traffic by strategically using keywords and knowing where to place them. For example, for a product listing, you can place these very good keywords on your title, your product description, and your bullet points. It can also be used for your enhanced brand content, where along with the very creative images that you have and the templates, then you can also strategically position uh, those keywords with high search volume. And also having a strong keyword list not only attracts large search volume, but it also attracts the right people to your market or to your product. So that means it can affect your click-through rate and also the conversion. Okay, so that means people are able to discover your product, and the product that you have is the right one for them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So for the first method, uh, for this demonstration, by the way, a big part of this will be using helium-10 because helium-10 has Cerebro, which is very helpful. It also has a very helpful Chrome extension called X-Ray. Okay, and for our first demonstration, we will try to get a keyword list from the reviews section. So it could be that of your competitors. It could also be that of your own product. So for your competitors, it's because you want to get a good idea about what keywords they're using, okay, that draws in traffic from people, or what people are saying about their products, okay. So that could also give you a good insight as to what to do and not to do, or what to include or not include. So same goes with your performing a keyword research using the first method based on the reviews for your own product. Then you will know what people are saying about your product, what people maybe don't like, or what the problems are, or what things we can improve for the product. Okay, so if you also have variants, it could also be um, something they say about which variant they actually like more, which variant is problematic, and from that point, maybe you can eliminate a variant or maybe have some of it less in stock. Okay, so let's get started with the first method. So as I mentioned, this is one that uses or takes advantage of the reviews customers give for a certain product. So for this demonstration, I'll be using one of my favorite products, which is this one, Veggie Chopper. Okay. So this is a product I think is very handy for people who want to make quick salads, and for people who are either vegan or vegetarians. If you want to make snacks or maybe fries, vegan fries, then this is a good way to go. Or make an instant salad, which is also very creative. Okay, let's say if you want to attract kids who are very picky in terms of eating vegetables. Okay, but we're not going to focus on a specific brand here. Okay, but for this one, for this demonstration, I'll try to get one that has the highest reviews. So you see here that after I entered veggie chopper on the search box, we're able to get a lot of results. Okay, and it seems like it's pulling up the same products all throughout. So I will click on this button, click on the helium-10 extension. Okay, and after that, I will click on X-ray. Okay, so since we would like to get a lot of keywords from a certain product, then either we go with the highest sales, but for this demonstration, I'd like to go with the one that has the highest review count. Okay, so it's this one. Okay, so I will open this listing. Okay, and once I get to this listing, again, I will click on this button and I will click on Helium 10 and I will click on Review Insights. Okay, so for this part, I will click on Extract Reviews. Just wait for it to load up the information. So, for example, you also have this is already very helpful because you have this something like the top helpful reviews. Okay, you also have a review summary. Okay, so the top helpful reviews already showing key insights about your products, what to improve and what's good about it, what's bad about it. Okay, but we're not really going to focus on this part. Instead, we're going to click on this tab. Okay, so you see there are a lot of reviews here that are not a lot of reviews, but a lot of words rather that are listed. So what we'll do is we'll click on this to export this. Okay, export this as CSV. So what I'll do is I will copy this one, okay, and put it on this demo folder. So for example, your client is asking for this one for, let's say, certain outputs. So I'll just label this one as review insights keyword research. Okay, so that's one thing. We're done with the first procedure. Now we'll go to the second procedure. So this time we'll assume that we don't know yet which product, because the first step for the basic keyword research method is to determine the best or the most relevant search term for the product that you would like to look at or product you would like to buy. Okay, so for now I'll use veggie chopper, but that's what I think is the best search term based on what we saw. It's able to pull up a lot of good results for the same product, so I'll use that here. Okay, right. But again, we first need to see if is veggie chopper the best search term we can use. Because for the second method, we will try to get information, a set of keywords from an ASIN with the highest sales and from the ASIN with the highest reviews. We're going to combine both so that we can get a rich keyword list. Okay, so there's no limit as to how many ASINs you would like to use for both the highest sales and the highest reviews, but depending on how much time you have or depending on how extensive you would like to do your keyword research, then you can add maybe two or three or even have five for each set. Okay, so but for now I'll just use one. Okay, so what I'll do next after we load up the search results is I'll go ahead and click on helium 10. Again, I'll click on X-ray. All right, so once I have this up, I will go ahead and first work on getting, by the way, I'll first open the template here. I forgot about that. So this is my template, basic keyword research template. So as you can see, I have several tabs here. So competitor ASIN, ASIN with highest sales, ASIN with highest reviews. We have keyword bank where most of the work will happen. And finally, the final keyword bank. Okay, so I'll first work on getting the competitor ASINs. Okay, so this just means the ASINs with either the highest sales or highest reviews. So I'll work on getting the one with the highest sales first. Okay, but since we don't know yet if it's actually if veggie chopper is the best search term, what we'll do is we'll try to do like an initial keyword research first. So again, go to helium 10. Okay, so this is based off on the organic ranking. Okay, the one we see here. Okay, or not yet. Okay, so okay, so yeah, let me just. Okay, so here I've just redid the search. So this is basically the organic ranking. Okay, So what I'll do is I will filter out this one. No, I'll rank it for with the highest sales. Okay, so I'll rank it according to highest sales, and I'll first click on the first five that I will see here that are similar. I think this one is similar. Okay, and this one. Since these two here have the same ASINs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think I can work on that, or I'll just eliminate this other one because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they all look the same. So what I'll do next is I'll run keyword search. So this means I'll be using Cerebro. Okay, I just wait for the results to show up here. Okay, just waiting for that to load up. Okay, so next thing I'll do is I'll click on exclude variation keywords. I'll do that again. Okay, so new search. Okay, because we need to narrow down the list. Okay, and because we have 26,110 keyword results, so I'll narrow that further to a minimum of 300. So I'll apply that. Okay. By the way, the whole keyword research process, based on what I did earlier, it took me around 26 minutes to do all three. But because I'm giving instructions here in this demonstration, it could take more than that. So from about, okay, so I think I need to do that again. So from 300, I'll hit apply. From 25,697, we're down to 13,638. But anyway, our main objective here is to determine which search term is best to use. Okay, so I'm getting this. Okay, these are high search volume entries, but I think the best here. I think the best search term that we can use is instead of veggie chopper is vegetable chopper. I didn't see veggie chopper higher on the list, but it's actually vegetable chopper. So I think I'll use this one instead. And if you can see here, it actually pulls up somewhat the same products. Okay, so we have this and this and this. So I think this is also a correct term. Okay, so I'll go back to this part and use vegetable chopper instead. All right. So at this point, we're going to move on to the next few steps to get by the way, after I loaded the results, again, I'm going to go to X-ray and I'm going to rank this according to the highest sales. Okay, why? Because I need to determine which ASIN ranks the highest in terms of sales. So once I get that information, I'm going to paste that here. Okay, also here. Okay, and okay, so once I'm able to get that, I will, before we go on with the highest reviews, I'll click first this ASIN. Okay, oh no, I won't click that, but instead I'll select this and I'll run keyword search again in Cerebro. Okay, so once we have the search results, again, I'll click exclude variation keywords to make sure we get an exact ASIN match. Okay, so I'll just key here new search. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll click on 300 to negate, put in a minimum search volume. And for organic rank, I'll place in 1 to 20 for minimum and maximum respectively, so that we can ensure that the results that we get would be the first 20 products in terms of search volume based on the highest sales. So once I have these parameters set, I will click apply. Okay, So that was quick. We have 1,186 filtered keywords. What I'll do next is I will arrange this from highest to lowest search volume. Okay, once I have this information, I'll export this as CSV. Okay, so I'll quickly get to the folder where it landed. So I will label this as highest sales. Okay, so, and I'll move that over to my demo folder so we can get a complete set of data just in case we need to reference back to that. Okay, and I will close this. All right, so I'm done with the first part. Okay, so I'll go to the second task, which is to arrange this from the highest to lowest review count. So I can get the ASIN with the highest review count. So once I get the ASIN information, I'll copy this over to this other tab, and also on the first tab here, just for record purposes. But again, most of our work will happen on the third tab, okay? All right. So once we determine the ASIN with the highest keyword, highest review, then we can highest number of reviews, then I will click on this. Oh no, again, I won't click on that, but instead I will run on keyword research. Okay. So again, same thing we did earlier. I'm going to hit on this button or tick on that box and hit on get keywords. Okay, new search. Okay. Okay, and just like earlier, also put in 300 right here and 1 to 20 is we're now seeing 15,464 filtered keywords based on highest reviews. Okay, but I don't want that. I'd like to narrow down the search, okay, and get only the most relevant keywords. So right now we're down to 1,768 keywords. So just like this, I will hit on this tab to sort it from highest search volume to lowest search volume. And I'm going to export this CSV. Okay, so I'll get to the folder where it landed and I'm going to label this one as highest reviews. Okay, and I'm going to place that along with my other CSVs. Okay, so now that we have this information, what we'll do next is we'll now start working on this file. Okay, so for the highest sales, we're going to bring in the information. So we just need the keywords and the search volume information for highest sales. So let me quickly get to that. So I'll just delete this for now. We don't really need that. Okay. So yep, I'm on the highest sales, just making sure. So copy that over here and also on the keyword bank, I'll copy that over here. All right. And now for highest reviews. Okay, I'm just gonna close out this other one. Don't say, okay, no. Okay, so next thing that I'll do is I'll open the other CSV file. Okay, again, I don't need the Cerebro score for now. I'll just delete it. Okay, so I'm on the highest reviews, just making sure. Okay, wait, let me do that again. So hold down Shift and do this and say no. Okay, I wish I didn't close that. Let me do that again. Okay, okay. And we're also going to do the same thing here. Copy, all right. Just hit Control S to save the information. I'm going to click Exit. So definitely I don't have to, okay. So now that we're on this part, okay, so the first three tabs are just for record keeping purposes. again, most of our work will happen on this third tab called the keyword bank. So what I'll do now is I can put it in either sequence. So, okay, so what we need to do is to combine these two lists on column H and I. Okay, and I think we may need to add one more here for later. So I'll just copy this. Okay, so I'll do this. I'll copy this. Okay, all right. And I will also copy this and connect it to the last entry of the keywords for the highest sales. Okay. So this is the last entry. I'm going to connect that here, right? So is this our final keyword list? Not yet. Okay. What we need to do next is I'll highlight these two. Okay. All right. Okay. Or oh wait, I think I have to do it this way. Okay. Shift, and I'm going to go to data and duplicates. So since I'm only after duplicates of the keyword, so I'll just untick this and I'll hit OK. All right. So is this the final keyword list? Not yet. Okay. Because we still need to refine this. Okay. So a tool that we'll use to refine this would be a tool from Helium 10 called Frankenstein. Okay, so I'll open that real quick here. Okay. Okay, so we need to work on specific filters here. So they're not really in my head right now, so I might miss one or two. So I'll just click on this one. Okay, guide. Okay, I'll go back to this. Okay, so it says here other word, one word per phrase and line. Remove duplicates, maintain phrases, convert to lowercase, remove common words, remove single words. So we're all set. And whenever we try to click on something here, the process automatically happens on this part. So I'll do this, or I can also hit copy below. There's a copy button below, but anyway, it's all right here. So, okay, it's gonna take a while. So I'll place the refined keyword list here on this column K, all right? So but we're lacking the search volume information, which is important. So how do we put that all together here? Okay, we have the search volume information here, but we need to put that here too. Okay, so this is when we use VLOOKUP. So this is my reference, okay, comma, and this is my second reference, and this is the information I'm looking for. I'll just hit 2. Hit enter. Okay, so there you go. And to make sure it applies to all the entries on this column, I'll just double click this and I'll get this. Okay, this is the sound of the thunder just now. Okay, all right. So now you see that we have actually entries with NA. So what we need to do is to take them out. Okay, so I'll just work on, let's say this one, use a filter. So take out NA, name and NA. Okay, all right. So this is our final keyword list. Okay, so one last thing that we can do is to further check. This will be a manual process this time, is to check on these if there are any brand names that might still exist here, but that's a very minor process. For the most part, this is already a good keyword list. So I'll just copy this one here and I'll put that on this column, the final keyword bank. Okay, let me just put in search volume. Okay, keyword search volume label. So this is our final keyword bank. All right. So this completes our second requirement, which is the basic. So now we now have two entries, basic keyword and review insights keyword list. Now we'll move on and work on the advanced keyword list. This is the third procedure. So get, we can have three entries. Okay, so let me just close this one out and do everything again. Okay, all right. So, yeah. All right. So for this one, we're going to do what we call a scoring system. Okay, the reason it's advanced is we're going to create a scoring system, and we're not only going to use one ASIN for highest sales entry and for the highest review ASIN, we're actually going to use five. And depending on how extensive you would like your procedure to be, you can do even a 10. Okay, but for now, we'll just do five for each. Okay. All right. So since you already know that for this term, because the first step is to again determine the best search term, but we were able to determine that earlier. All right. So we will use vegetable chopper and proceed to the next step, which is to determine ASINs with the highest sales and ASINs with uh, highest reviews. So let's go to the highest sales first and hit on Helium 10 here, extension. Okay, we're going to arrange it based on sales. Okay, and we will manually copy the ASINs here. One, two, and three, and four, and five. Okay, all right. I think that completes our list. Okay, all right. So that's for highest sales. Now we'll rearrange these entries again for this time for highest review count. Okay. So we already have a picture, but if it's not too clear, then you can just click on this or just hover your mouse over this so you can click on, okay. So highest review, this one, two, okay, this one too, three, four, and five. Okay. So what we'll do next is we will try to combine this list, but we need to remove the duplicates as well. So what I'll do is just do this, data, remove duplicates. Okay, hit okay. All right. So we now have this list here. So no duplicates, and this combined the ASINs under the high sales ASIN list as well as high review ASIN list. Okay, so I'm going to click C here. All right, and I'm going to go to, let me just go over my dashboard and click on Cerebro. Okay, so I'm going to place the ASINs I've copied here. Did I do that correctly? Okay, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we have the correct number of ASINs. So I'm just going to click this in advance and hit on Get Keyword List. Okay, so new search. Okay, and I'll just wait for that to load up. Because based on the number of ASINs, we might have a greater number of keywords this time. Okay, but again, we can still filter that one out. Okay, let me check something real quick. Okay, so now that we have the keyword list, so we're seeing 28,478 filtered keywords. This is quite a lot, okay? So what I'll do is I'll hit 300 here and I'll hit organic. I'll work on these filters. So from that number, we're down to 11,617. So still quite a number, okay, but this is better. So what I'll do next is I'll arrange this from highest search volume to lowest search volume. Okay. And I'm going to export this as CSV. Okay, we're almost done. And yeah, we're still within a little bit within the 30-minute mark. Okay. So I'll go to the folder. Okay. And I'll just label this as combined. Okay. And I'll place that in here. All right. So for the next procedure, now that I have that, okay, I'm going to focus on working on this list. Okay, helium 10 keyword. So basically this means I have to copy the information from the CSV, this one. I'll copy that over to, I'll just hit yes here. To this tab, I'll just hit Control S, okay, right? So there are certain columns here that can still be put to good use, okay? So if you want to retain that information, then all I need to do next to proceed to the next step is just do this. Okay, I'll just duplicate this tab because I think if I do something else, it might crash. Okay, so I have this, so I'll label this one, I'll rename this as score sheet. So this is where most of our work will happen. Okay. And all I need to leave out here is the search volume information and the position rank. So we're seeing quite a lot of columns here. I'll delete this. Okay, so I'll go all the way to this part. Okay, I'll delete this. Okay, and I'll also delete this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, all right, so what I'll do next is I'll go back to the initial competitor ASIN list. Okay, okay, place my mouse pointer over here. Okay, I copied the list, and what I'll do next is I'll do a paste special option to transpose these keywords. So I'll hit Control S. Okay. And what I'll do next is I will insert a column on the left. So I will label this one as score. Okay. So next thing that we need to do is because what we intend to do here, okay, unlike the basic keyword research method where we only need to do a VLOOKUP to pair up the information from the search volume with the refined keyword list. On this advanced method, what we need to do is to base our keyword list on several ASINs. So this means we need to look for a trend. So, because what we need to do here is to look for, to count the number of ASINs that actually has a certain keyword ranked below 30, okay? Because that is a good indication. So depending on how many of these ASINs or how many ASINs has that keyword ranking below 30, then that's where we're going to base our decision on if that's a strong keyword or not. So this is another method. So to do that, we need to use the formula count if, okay, and I'm going to highlight this here, and I'm going to if it's less than 30. Okay, hope that works. Okay, so is it reading it correctly? So yes, it is reading it correctly. Okay, so for the first word here, which is kitchen gadgets, we see here that two of the ASINs rank this keyword below 30. So you have rank number 2, rank number 9, but everything else is greater than 306. It's even 105 and greater than 306. So it was able to read correctly that two of these two ASINs actually had this keyword rank below 30. Okay, so let's just apply that to the rest of the list. Okay, so we're actually seeing we actually have one here that says 7. This is a good sign. I don't know if this is correctly read. Okay, all right. So what we need to do next is we need to use a filter here. Oh yeah, because we have 8 asins. Okay, so it's correct to exclude the 48 here. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So 48. So yeah, this is quite a good score if you ask me. Right. So based on good practice, we can include everything if you want to have an extensive list, but we can also just consider, yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3 above. Okay. Okay. So now we have this. Another thing that we can do here is to, because we see here it's 7, 6, 6, 5, 7. So these numbers are not arranged. So what we'll do next is I'll do this, go back home here. All right, and sort this one out from largest to smallest, and we want an expanded selection. Okay, so we see here that there are actually eight, there are some asins that have, there are some words where 8 asins actually have a certain keyword ranked below 30. So that's a very strong keyword here. And yep, it includes, oh no, that's vegetable dicer. Okay, so we can also see that maybe some of the words here are on a different language. So we may not really need to put that on the front end. Okay, we can instead use that as at the back end because that's still going to help draw in more traffic to our listing. Okay, so basically this is the final step. Okay, so I think the last thing I would like to do is to copy the information here, put that on the keyword bank. So if I really just want the performing keywords, then I have that right here. Okay, so this completes the advanced keyword research video demo. Okay, so the basic demo is the basic method is already good. Okay, but we can just use this as an additional method. Okay, all right. So for the client, we can already submit 3 types, including the CSV files if they want the raw information. But basically, we have review insights, basic, and the advanced keyword research. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this demo.